Hi guys, is anyone here? That took ages to load this live today. Hi guys, sorry I'm running late. Is anyone here? Sorry guys, I'm running super late and my hair's wet. How are you guys? I'll tell you the story about why I'm running late in a minute. Hi Owen, hey! How's things going with that SP? Did you get back to her? Tell us. Hey Salima. Hi guys. Hi Brienne. How are you? Hi Kay Sharma. Hi Sarah. How's it going with that new SP? How to have better workouts. Think into the muscle, darling. That's what all good trainers will tell you, that it's a mind-muscle connection. My muscle is growing every time. Think of your muscle with your mind and then affirm while you're lifting the weight. My biceps are growing rapidly. My biceps are huge. My glutes are expanding by the day. When you're doing the exercise, affirm and think into the muscle like any good trainer will tell you to do, darling. Great. After you yelled at me and I listened, things are grey. Things are grey? What do you mean things are grey? What do you mean things are grey? Great or grey? I don't want things to be grey. What's that mean? Hi, guys. Oh, excuse me. My nose. Loz, how are you? I'm great, thanks, Lucy. How are you? Hi, Love Lavender. Hey, girl. I did. We're slowly talking. Slowly, catchy monkey, Owen. Hey, beautiful Loz. Oh, hi, guys. Hi, Pablo. Hi. After you yelled at me, I listened to and things are great. Oh, I listened and things are great, not grey. Good. Good, guys. Good. How should we handle feelings of nervousness/anxiety when we think of reaching out to SP? Don't reach out to them, Kathleen EB. If you feel that way, let them reach out to you. Why do you need to do that? Step into your queen energy. Queens don't get up off their throne. People bring them the phone when people call them. Why are you doing that? That's coming from a place of needy and desperate energy, which is why you're feeling nerves and anxiety, because you haven't worked on your self-concept and you're not in your queen fucking energy, and every time you text them, you're putting him on a pedestal and making him so amazing that you feel nervous texting him. Stop that. It's about your self-concept, darling. How's everyone? Keeping up with the affirmations? Guys, I've got to tell you the story that happened to me last night. I'm just going to quickly tell you because it's a good story about living in the end. So those of you who are on the live last night will have noticed that my phone was ringing. And I said at some point, oh, that's my mum's old people's home calling. And Charlotte said, oh, I hope your mum's okay. And when she said that in a comment, I thought, oh, shit, maybe it is something. And it was. I rang. I finally got hold of them. And they said, oh, Lauren, is your mum with you? Now, my mum has got dementia and cannot even talk. They had lost my mum, the old people's home. They didn't know where she was. And this was at 25 past 5 that they first called me. I didn't get hold of them until 6 o'clock, 5 minutes to 6. I had to cancel all my calls that I had last night. I'm very sorry if anyone here was meant to have a call with me last night. We will reschedule. I had to race in my car. I live half an hour away. I was hysterically screaming at them on the phone, ring the police. They hadn't even called the police yet, and I was fucking so angry. And I had no control over the situation because I was in a car. I couldn't do anything. I didn't even know the police number. And I said, if you searched outside, she'll be outside. She likes to wander around. She likes to go for a walk. Oh, we've searched everyone's beds. I said, she won't be in everyone's fucking bed. She'll be outside. So I then got there, and I lost my shit. They were finally on the phone to the police. So I went out and searched for her by myself. Finally, the police turned up. I gave them her photo and everything. In the meantime, I had rung my old best friend, who no longer really speaks to me. We have no relationship, but she lives a couple of streets away from the home. And I rang her and left a message and I said, Anna, I'm in such a panic. Could you do me a massive favour and go out in your street and check if my mum's walking up and down your street? She then, for me, put a post about my mum on a local Facebook page, a group, with my mum's photo saying, missing, if anyone sees her. I drove around for 2 hours, almost 2 hours, trying to find my mum. I was screaming, Mum, Mum, in every dark street around the home. And I mean, it was pitch dark. I could barely see, and I had my high beams on. I was getting to the point where I was freaking out, and I was starting to have images of her being dead, like, on the news. And I thought, okay, I've got to get a handle on this. What can I do? So I started living in the end of imagining holding my mum, grabbing her and hugging her and saying, oh, Mum, thank God we found you, right? I just lived in the end of that. And I just kept imagining that image over and over and over again, just saying, Mum, where have you been? I'm so glad we found you, over and over and over again, because my brain, the 3D, was showing me she's gone. Even the police can't find her. We're fucked. It's the fucking middle of the night. She's probably freezing cold. It's almost 8 o'clock. I had to live in the end of hugging her to console myself almost as well. At about 8 o'clock, I get a phone call from a girl who had seen my mum at 5 o'clock, and she'd seen the Facebook post. And she rang me, my name was on the post, and she said, I saw your mum standing at this fence at 5:45 and 5 o'clock. And I waved at her, and she waved back at me, and she's standing behind this fence in the hospital car park. So we raced down there. I raced down there with the police, and there was this lovely man. I could just see this man standing at the fence, and next minute I saw the back of my mum's head on the other side of the fence, and some lovely young guy was consoling my mum and had been standing there talking to her. And she was holding on for dear life onto this fence. So thank God there was a fence because she couldn't get out. But what I'm saying is, I didn't know how that would come about. A lady who I didn't know saw a post on Facebook, found my number, saw my number on it and rang me. It wasn't the police that found her. It wasn't the people from the home. It wasn't me. Someone else moved to make that so that she was found. And then when I got there was this lovely guardian angel guy who was standing there looking after my mum. Okay? So I want you to understand, if you've got a goal and you need it, and there's so many obstacles and you're freaking out, like, oh my God, there's a third party. Oh my God, I need my visa, but there's all these terrible obstacles, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just go to the end. I just went to the end of hugging my mum. I didn't know how that was going to come about, finding my mum. If they hadn't seen that post, she could be lying in the gutter today, probably dead, freezing cold, in the bushes, and no one would see her because it was quite hidden. It's in between some trees. She could still be there today if that lady had not seen her. Right? Thank God. Okay? But I had to do that to make myself feel better, to stop myself from thinking of all the worst case scenarios, and to go to the end of just holding her, finding her, and that's how I did it. Okay? So I want you guys to understand that's what you do with your SP. They're holding you in their arms and saying, baby, I love you. You don't worry about all the rest. All the steps to get there. You don't know how it's going to come about. Understand? I visualized holding my mum. I visualized as I was driving with my eyes open because I was still looking for her, just holding my mum, holding her, and saying, Mum, thank God we found you. Right? And I was doing this through, I'm in so much pain this morning from the tension in my neck, of the tension of me driving. I'm in agony. My whole body is tense, right? Well, must have been. Yesterday I was just like this. So I need you to understand that going to the end, and that's exactly what I did. I grabbed her and hugged her, and the exact scene that I had imagined in my mind is what happened. But I didn't know how that scene was going to come about. Understand? Right. Yes, she was. I'm so glad she was too. Thanks, guys. And this is how your mum will bring you and your best friend together again. Yeah, it's funny. And she was so... And then she got on her scooter with her other friend from around the corner that I know from school. And they were on their scooters looking for my mum. And when I found her and she said, oh, what is she... Did she yell out? And I said, Anna, she can't talk anymore. And she went, oh. And I think she kind of had this realization of oh, wow, your mum is way worse than I ever thought. Right? So, yeah, maybe I'm going to go send her, give her some flowers today. So Sogesh was safe, yes. Such a beautiful story. Yes, I'm so glad you're safe too. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And you hear those horrible stories. And all I could think when I was driving, oh, God, those horrible stories about people who go missing who've got dementia and they find them in a bush and they're dead. They kept coming up, you know. It's like worst case scenarios about your third party with your person. Oh, my God, what if they get married? What if he gets her pregnant? What if? Those things. You've just got to go to the end of we're together. Understand? It's the end that matters. How it comes about, people will move to make it so. My best friend, who doesn't speak to me, moved to make it so to put a post on Facebook, and someone saw my mum and moved to ring me, and some young guardian angel dude stood there consoling my mum until I got there. Understand, guys? People move to make it so because you live in the end of it being resolved. Okay? Have you got any questions? Sorry, guys. We broke up and I don't want him back. How can I still work on self-concept and being okay? All right, Paula, well, if you don't want them back, then just work on you. And if you want someone new, then imagine you're with someone new. You don't know how that's going to come about. You just imagine a lovely man or woman, whatever your preference is, with you. And work on your self-concept, darling. What does it mean when it takes 6 months and still no movement? SP got engaged and married. Well, darling, I don't know what you were doing. I don't know what you were doing that whole time. What were you doing that whole time in 6 months and they got engaged and married in 6 months? I've no idea what was going on with you or what you were doing. You probably listened to some LOA idiot who was telling you to feel it and believe it. Were you doing that? Darling, just because people get married doesn't mean shit. People can get divorced in a couple of months. They can separate in a couple of months because they realise it was a bad decision. If he's only got married in 6 months, that's probably a quick decision that he didn't think through. Just imagine you and he are together in your mind and forget about the third party. It's just a third party. It's just an obstacle. Take your mind off it. What does it mean when it takes 6 months and still no movement? Yes, I saw that one. My ex, not SP, just posted he's in a relationship, his first after me. Birds before land. If you want to give it that meaning, darling. Can other people manifest for you? Yes, I manifest for my brother all the time and my best friend. What are some good affirmations for the night before an interview? Just imagine when you go there that they love you, that you're the best candidate for the job, and when you walk out, imagine you've got the job already, darling. Imagine yourself working there. Literally everything I manifest comes true, but then goes very wrong. Well, that's because she keeps saying, everything I manifest comes true and then goes very wrong. Stop thinking that. Stop saying that. Stop affirming that with your thinking. Your brain is listening to you. Oh, we manifest things easily, but then everything fucks up. Tick. Your wish is my command. Darling, if you think that, that's exactly what will happen. That's your belief, and you're holding that belief, and therefore that's what happens for you. It doesn't happen for other people because they're not saying that to their brain. Stop fucking saying that. How can I manifest my SP to not move? Just imagine them loving living there with you. Loving living in the town where you guys are. He loves it here in bloody blah. He loves being with me. He can't dream of being anywhere else. Okay? So happy things worked out, Loz. Yes. Oh, God, honestly, guys. I was feeling sick at one point. I'm going to need a tissue. I'm sobbing. Thanks, Priscilla. Okay. Oh, Penny. Yeah, look. The worst case scenario, I was trying not to think of them, but they were coming in my mind. Because you hear those horror stories, okay? And there's a really main road. It's a really main road where she is, and it's also there's another main road further down. And all I could think was that she got in someone's car. Because my mum's best friend, her dad, used to get on buses and disappear and end up at people's houses, right? But because my mum can't speak, she can't say, my name's Lynn, I live at blah. She can't even know where, she's got a tag around her neck with my number on it, but anyway. Do you have to visualize when you're affirming? No. So you don't have to visualize. Your brain naturally, your subconscious naturally creates images when you're affirming, okay? But if you visualize, yes, it will create visuals, but you don't have to visualize, guys. It's not necessary to visualize while affirming. You're just saying the words over and over and over again with some conviction, with some oomph, and your brain naturally makes pictures, darling Jamie. So don't worry about making the pictures in your mind. It does it naturally. Tummy problems. Any affirmation? Well, stop calling them tummy problems. I have tummy problems. And your tummy goes, oh, your brain goes, now stomach, you've got problems. And it goes, oh, yeah, I know. I've got so many fucking problems. Guys, take your mind off the obstacle. Even saying you've got problems is giving yourself tummy problems. Okay? First of all, go on the ketogenic diet, and when you go on it, tell yourself that will cure your tummy problems, because it will. And secondly, affirm, my stomach can handle anything I eat. When I eat, I feel so good. I can eat anything and feel well. My cells are renewing themselves daily. I can eat anything I want. I always feel good. Say that, darling. Do you believe in the LOA? No, darling. I don't teach law of attraction here. It's a load of bullshit. My SP unblocked me and now is watching my stories. Oh, really, Alex Cardona? Well, wonderful. Good for you. I forgot we're on here. Oh, I got my books today. Oh, Alan, what books you got? Feeling is a Secret and the Power of Awareness. Good for you, darling. Happy reading. I'm keto too. Yeah, I'm keto for Alzheimer's. It's the Alzheimer's diet. I've been doing it ever since I knew my mum was getting it. And I put her on it, but she refused to keep doing it. It's the best diet ever for anything. Insulin fucking destroys your body. Have you tried your new mug yet? I have. I had it on the other live the other day for 2 lives, but it's in the dishwasher. I love my new mug. This does not compare. Beth got me a gorgeous mug and she sent it all the way from America, guys, and it says, yes, darling, on one side and Loz on the other. Isn't that so sweet of her? Your coffee cups are always the cutest. Oh, well, I've got this one from Beth that I've got to show you guys. It was on my other brand. Yes, keto is amazing for fertility. Well, good, because I'm fucking old. I tell you what, guys, keto is the diet that the NHS in England have put all the women on who are infertile. What's the secret of the law of attraction? There is no secret, darling, because it doesn't fucking work. The law of attraction isn't a thing. You're not attracting anything. I teach the law of assumption, darling. I teach just proper manifesting, which is your brain. Your subconscious habitual thinking manifests your reality. You're not attracting anything. The universe doesn't do shit for you, darling. Please stick with us. Watch our lives. Go to the Facebook group, Manifest Live with Loz. The link is in my bio. Watch all the lives back and you'll realize the law of attraction is a complete load of bullshit. You're not attracting anything. You don't have to be happy to manifest. There's no such thing as vibrating and energy bringing you shit, or you have to vibrate at a certain hertz or some fucking bullshit. You just have to think it and think it and think it, the thing you want, and assume you are that already, and it will come about. It's really fucking simple. You're not attracting anything. You're just using the power of your mind. You've been doing it your whole life, and people have confused you with LOA. Stop listening to those idiots. Any more questions, guys? Do you believe in the opposite happening when affirming and thinking? No, if you believe that, darling, that's what will happen for you. You just said it in your question. Do you believe in the opposite happening? Well, you obviously believe it. Believe you have received it, and you will. If you believe you've received the opposite happening, that's what always happens for you. Guess what will always fucking happen for you? I don't believe that, therefore it doesn't happen for me. This is how law of assumption works, guys. You assume the opposite always happens, therefore that's what happens for you. It doesn't happen for everyone else in your reality because they don't believe it. Stop believing that, and it won't happen. Your brain is a filing cabinet. Empty the old paperwork. Refill it with up-to-date stuff. Yes, I love that. Yes. Second date secured. I'm so excited. Oh, Jenny Marie. He should be fucking excited. You're on the queen throne. He should be the one excited, darling. What if we're confused between 2 SPs? I had that. You know what I would do? Do what I did. Visualize both of them. Then make a decision. I visualized 2 of them for a while. And then the best man won. I had a bad dream about my manifestation. Should I be worried? I have a good mental diet. Darling, it's just a dream. It's just a subconscious working overtime while you're asleep. Guys, you guys put a lot of weight on dreams that literally don't mean anything. They only mean what you think they mean, so don't worry about it. Give it good meaning. When you feel it to be in there's always movement, do you ever feel like, okay, anytime, lol, we talk for hours? What? When you feel it to be and there's always movement, do you ever feel like, okay, anytime, lol, we talk for hours? Oh, you're talking about you're living in the end and you know that there's always movement and you're talking for hours to her, Will. Is that what you're saying? Is that what's happening at the moment? You're talking for hours with her? Is that what you're saying? I hope that's what you mean. That's wonderful, darling. There is always movement, yes. When I first discovered Never Got It, I had a dream I was on a snowy pier with him in New Zealand. Oh, did you? How cool. Well, lots of people used to come to Neville in his dreams that were dead. And he used to see them out in the world and they'd say, Neville, why can't anyone see me like you can? He'd be like, because you're dead, darling. No one else can see you except me. So maybe Neville was coming to you in your dream. Wonderful, darling. I love that, Charlotte. Your brain is a filing cabinet. Keto 3.5 years. Yes, Teresa. Me too. I think 4 almost for me. 5 or maybe 5. John Lennon should have imagined 38 revolvers didn't exist. Am I right, people? What's wrong with you? Is there such a thing as visualizing too much? Should we visualize all day or just when it's negative? You don't have to visualize all day, but I would like you to replace your negative thinking all day if you possibly fucking can with new affirmations. Visualizing all day, you won't get anything fucking done. How are you going to visualize all day? That's impossible. That's why affirmations are easier. Guys can do it at any time. You are so right. I'm so confused now. Yes, darling, don't be confused. Go to my Facebook group and watch all the lives back from number 1. If you're really confused, first of all, go to my TikTok and watch How to Manifest Properly. It's got a black heading up the top. It's 13 videos in a series, How to Manifest Properly. And it'll explain the whole thing really, really simply. How to manifest properly. Black heading, probably halfway down the page towards the bottom. Okay? Then go to the Facebook group and watch all the lives. So his law of assumption for our SP, just like, I know he's going to reach out. He misses me. Yeah, he's here already. Believe you have received it and you will. Do you believe you're together already? Yep. So any day now, he'll be here. I know he's here in my mind. Just the 3D hasn't caught up yet. I manifest by having conversations in my head with SP. That's wonderful. That's called inner conversations. Wonderful, darling. How to manifest SP to move to California with me. Just imagine he is there with you, darling. He lives with you in your home. Loz is helping me to be distracted. Good, Charlotte. Can I manifest a guy who told me he doesn't want anything to do with me, even if he told me? It doesn't matter what the fuck they say, Joanne. That's your fear out of their mouth. He doesn't love me as much as I love him. He doesn't even like me. I don't even know if he wants to be with me. He's a player. He doesn't want any girls. I don't think he wants a relationship. I don't think he wants to be with me. I think he hates me. And then he goes, I don't want anything to do with you. It's your thought out of their mouth, guys. You've got to understand this. Thanks, Kathy. Vaccine and feeling like death. Oh, God. Have you just had it, darling? Oh, Christ. It's like 2:30 a.m. here. Oh. Things started going wrong for me ever since I got home from New Zealand 5 years ago. Well, then you have that belief and everything's going to get worse and fucking worse, Key Zoe, while you think that. Oh, as soon as I got to New Zealand, everything just started going to shit. And the more you say that, the more it will happen. I want you to say, everything is always working out for me. My life is so fucking perfect. Everything is always working in my favor. I'm a master manifester. I can be, do, and have anything I want because I say so. I run this shit. I'm in control of my life. Go and find my power affirmations, darling, in my TikTok, power affirmations. I burned the old story and I've written the new one. Good for you, darling. Love it. Is today the day? Good affirmation? Yes, darling. Good. Will never look for me. What are you talking about, Joanne? If you're in a relationship with your SP but you want him to prioritize you, do you self-concept and affirm for him? You say, yes, I am everyone's number one priority. I've always been made the priority. And then you say, I am his number one priority. Is it too late to manifest a guy who asked you to leave them alone and I keep reaching out and made a mistake? Well, fucking stop reaching out for a start and then step into the assumption that you and he are together. You never broke up, or if you did break up, you're back together. You learned from your mistakes. You forgave yourself for being a nut. And then you step into the state of, I'm a fucking queen, and of course he loves me, and you work on your self-concept, Joanne, that must have been in the toilet, which is what caused him to say to you, leave me alone, because you were acting like a fucking nutbag, messaging him all the time. Go and work on your self-concept. Go and watch all my lives, especially number 25 and number 41 in the Facebook group. Can you do some rampage TikToks? Okay. Rampaging about what? That you're the power. All right. I've got a lot of rampages on here. I should just copy and paste them, shouldn't I, on my TikToks? Is spiritual warfare real? I don't even fucking know what that means, darling. That's some spiritual guru bullshit. Everyone's spiritual. We're all spirit. What the fuck? Some people are more spiritual than me? And there's warfare between two spiritual people or the spirits or some shit? Guys, stop listening to these people. We're all spirit. We're all spiritual because we're spirit. What the fuck? Loz, are there times that when I affirm my mind accepts and sometimes it doesn't? Is that the old story? Yes, guys, it will fight you. You've got to understand your subconscious mind's going to stick to the old story of what it thinks you are, its beliefs about you, so it's going to retaliate against your new thinking. 1 minute you might seem like you're believing it, next minute it will fight back. Don't worry about it. I affirmed last night before sleep and I had a dream. SP came back giving this good meaning. Yes, darling, love it. Do that. How do I never manifest a person in my life again? Well, you want to get rid of them? You don't want them in your life, darling? Just imagine they've disappeared. Imagine a telephone conversation. Oh, thank fuck they're gone from work or my life. Okay? I started working on self-concept yesterday and I feel less anxious and more positive. Oh, good, darling. Yay. Do you think the moon affects manifestations? Dylan. No, darling. You affect your manifestations. The end. Guys, you are the power. The power's within you. It's not the moon. It's not crystals. It's not how spiritual you are. It's not how you're vibrating or your energy or the fucking universe. It's you, guys. It's just you. Moon schmoon. Will vaccine only hurt people if they believe it will? Maybe. I guess so. If you believe it will hurt your arm or hurt you in some... Well, I know someone who fucking died of having it the other day. Not to freak you out, Charlotte, but... so I have a belief that it's not the greatest thing to put in your body, but that's just me. So I guess I would never have it because I have that belief, but I'm also not in a position where I have to have it because I'm in a place with no COVID, so I don't have to. Moon water, is that a joke? Guys, I don't even fucking know what that is, but all I know is it's bullshit. Okay? I bet you someone's trying to sell moon water somewhere and someone's believing it because they're desperate. Just like crystals, just like manifestation candles. I feel sorry for these fuckers who are peddling this shit and taking advantage of people's desperate neediness in a situation where they need their person back and they're buying fucking moon water. How sad are these fuckers selling manifestation candles and moon water? I heard you do comedy or did comedy. You mentioned it in a live. Can we see? Oh, darling, it's an old YouTube channel and it's called Don't Be a Psycho. I'll post some videos about it. It was me talking to my inner voices, me talking to my anxious mind and my depressed mind, my negative mind, and then some LOA idiot characters and a couple of single idiots, single girls. One girl who was really into LOA and didn't understand manifestation at all. If I posted her character on TikTok, people would think she was real. A lot of people used to say to me, this girl's a nut. What is this documentary? And I'd be like, guys, it's a character. A lot of people thought she was real and we would write on my TikTok, you're a fucking insane bitch. What's wrong with you? And I'd be like, it's comedy. If I posted on TikTok, people would think, they'd be like, yes, clear out your closet for him, burn candles for him, set the table for him when he's not there. Yes, I've done this. And they wouldn't get that I was taking the piss. If I posted on TikTok, it'd be very funny to see the reaction. That's the reaction I bet you I'd get from the LOA people who've done all that shit and think that that's real. She keeps me laughing on the lives all the time. Yes, guys, I went to drama school. I used to do a lot of acting and voiceovers and stuff. It's not nice when a lady swears. Well, fuck off, Bubble Bob. I found your comedy stuff on Facebook. Loved it. Oh, you found it on Facebook. Oh, yes, there is a Facebook page called Don't Be a Psycho. There's a Facebook page with the videos on it if you can't be bothered finding it on YouTube. Thanks, darling. Thanks, Selema. How to be patient. Just be fucking patient, Sarah. Guys, I can't tell you how to be patient. You've got to step into your power. You've got to work on yourself. You've got to focus on you. Are you focusing on you or are you focusing on them? If you're focusing on them, that's how you won't be patient. Because you think, where is it? I can't handle it without him. I love your swearing. Makes my day. Oh, thanks. Why do I hear my ex's name in my head? Because you're thinking about them. Take the focus off them, darling. What affirmation would you recommend when you get in your emotions, just feeling sad? Just say, it doesn't matter what I do, I can't fuck this up. I can feel what I feel and I'll still get my manifestation. Okay? Don't worry about it. I've got to go soon, guys. I've got 3 calls. Anymore. She went back to her husband, who's a narcissist. I'm manifesting her coming back to me, who loves her. Okay, darling? Just imagine her with you. Forget about the narc husband, okay? Forget about them. I affirm I wasn't going to have any side effects with the vac, and I didn't, so it does work. Well, good for you, darling, yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'd have to do if I had to have it, but yeah, just affirm you're not going to get any side effects, absolutely. Laugh my ass off. I said she would say she wouldn't know moon water. Well, I don't know moon water. Fuck, seriously? What is it? You stick it out under the moon and and the moon turns the water special in some way. Is that what it is? Guys. The fuck? Can you make affirmations for protection? No, because I don't believe in saying that, because I think that assumes you are unsafe. Why would you say I'm protected? That's an assumption that there's something outside of you that is unsafe and you need protection from it. I think that's the worst affirmation I've ever heard. I'm protected. Oh, so I have an assumption I need protection from outside elements that are going to harm me. I would just say my life is perfect. I am safe and secure, not protected. I don't like that affirmation, and it's said a lot on here, and I think it's the wrongest affirmation ever, because the assumption within you got to be careful how you phrase your affirmations, guys, because the assumption within them sometimes really fucks with your head. It's like saying, I don't chase, I attract. What I want comes to me, or whatever that thing is. I don't chase, great, but I attract. I don't know about that. I don't believe in the attraction part, so I don't like that one. Can I check the 3D as long as I affirm I cannot mess up my manifestation? Oh, well, go ahead, Randy. Loz, I woke up this morning. I feel great telling myself it's my world and to make my reality great. Number 1, a great one. Yes, darling. Good for you, Em Schmidt. I love it. Loz, your lives make me feel so much better. Your energy is so uplifting. Oh, good. Thanks, darling. Please post. I'd love to see it, Loz. I want the comedy videos. Yeah, I will. There's one where I've got all the self-help books I read, manifestation books. That one's quite funny, and that's my favourite one. But I can only put a minute, and they all go for about 3.5 minutes. So how I'd put them on TikTok, I'd have to do a series of them, I guess. And people would be confused if they watched it halfway through. They'd be like, why is this girl talking to herself? Because there's me talking to me. See, it'd be so funny if I put the LOA stuff on and people thought she was for real. That's what will happen. It'd be so funny. You just watch. If I put that character on, people will be like, yes, the secret is my Bible too. It would be too funny. Lois, how tall are you? I'm only 5'3" 3/4", guys. I'm 162 centimeters. I'm very short. Work on self-concept. It helps with distraction from the 3D. Yes, guys. Yes. I'm going to make a Facebook account just to join your group. Good, darling. Yeah, don't add your friends. Just do a fake Facebook. And then don't add any friends and just join the Facebook group. I will consider putting these on YouTube at some point. But I don't know, when people watch the lives like this on YouTube, they'd come across it and be like me. The start of me would be going, hi, Azul. Hi, Brienne. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, guys. Like, they'd be like, who's this bitch? Go away. Because I wouldn't get to the point straight away. I guess I could edit it. I stopped constantly checking to see if my SP read my message, and now I don't feel like a nutbag. Good, darling. Good, Brienne. Stop looking. I spilled my candle today and got wax on my desk. Oh. Well, Affirm against that shit, darling. Affirm your desk is fine. Block my SP to focus on my self-concept. I feel I needed to do it. Is that okay? I can't mess it up. Okay, darling, if you need to do that. I think I saw your post in the Facebook group. You reacted. I wish you hadn't, but you have. So go and revise that shit. If you need to have blocked them, okay. But you've got to understand he's your creation. Don't get angry at him. You created that shit. Yes, focus on your self-concept, but don't get angry at the Frankenstein's monster you made. Okay? You need Jesus in your life, girl. You really do. Darling, we all have Jesus in our life. Do you not realize Jesus Christ is in you? Test yourself and see. Go back and read the fucking Bible, darling, because you didn't understand it. Booked call, but I need the PayPal link. Oh, okay, darling. I'll send it. I haven't even got to my calls yet this morning. I'll send it to you via email. I'll send you the link. Okay, darling, through your email you booked it with. Do you think witchcraft or tarot cards invite dark entities into your life? Is the devil real? Guys, the devil is doubt. Okay, that's how it's literally translated in the Bible. It means doubt in Old Hebraic language. Okay, it means doubt, doubting your faith in you, doubting your power. So the devil's not a fucking thing. Okay. Secondly, witchcraft and tarot is literally just manifesting. Someone reflecting your thoughts is tarot, and someone manifesting is witchcraft. There's no dark forces, guys. Dark schmark. It's just people giving their negative thoughts bad meaning and thinking someone put a hex on them or something. Do affirmations work faster than affirmations? They can, darling, if your subconscious is jarring every time you say, I am married. Isn't it wonderful that I'm married? Why am I so happily married? You can say. Why? Kimberly, we're talking about Kimberly. I would totally watch your YouTube. Oh, thanks, darling. Is it okay to have a moment that just, what? Is it okay have a moment like that, just go and read the news story? Yes, it's okay, just go and read the news story when you have a bad moment. Yes, yes. What are you saying about Kim? That's true, haha. Oh, I'm sure too, yes. Loz, just watched a bit on the comedy channel. Absolutely brilliant. You're a natural. Oh, thanks, darling. Yeah, guys, you can find it on Facebook, probably easier. Don't be a psycho. Loz, is it okay to block the SP to focus on self-concept? Yes, I saw that. You can, darling, but just got to understand that you're Frankenstein's monster. Don't get angry at him. Any advice on manifesting fat stacks of cash? I have fat stacks of cash. I am a money magnet. Money comes to me so easily. I have so much cash, I don't know what to do with it. Affirm that, darling. I usually say today is a new day and it's going to be a great day and live in that end. Yes, darling, that's great. Lol, we're not short. We're fun-sized. Yes, fun-sized. There's never been too many self-concept. It makes you feel excited and joyful. Yes! Are you on YouTube? Not this channel, guys. Facebook is where I save all the lives. There's over 116 or something lives in there. Plus, I go live in the Facebook group on Fridays now. So you might get your questions answered quicker because there's less people in there. There's only like 1,300 people as opposed to all these other people on here. Okay, guys? Facebook is, the link is in my bio, Manifest Live with Loz. All right, guys, I've got to go because I've got 3 client calls now. And if you want to call with me, guys, the link is in my bio as well. You can just book a calendar appointment. Do you like past tense affirmations? What? We were so happy. What do you mean? They have to be in the present tense, guys, or the future tense, not the past tense. What if we... What was this one? What if we have too many affirmations to repeat 24/7? How can we condense affirmations to hit self-concept? Just go pinpoint the ones that are really important to you and are good to say. Don't get rid of the rest. Okay? You've got to post that comedy sketch on the vision board here. It's hilarious. Oh, on the one about the vision board. Yeah, that's my favourite one. But if I put that, people would think it was real. Oh, and they really would. All right, guys, I've got to go. I've got 3 calls. Okay, I'll be live later. I'm sorry I was so late with this live, and yeah. Anyway, all right, guys, and I'm sorry if any of you here are the ones whose calls got cancelled last night. We will reschedule. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining me. Do go to the Facebook group Manifest Live with Loz. The link's in my bio, and the link to book a coaching call with me is also there. All right, guys, I go live twice daily. Do follow me. Bye.